Hello everyone, what is cooking all you good looking people out there, and welcome to another exciting episode of GeoGuessr. Here we are in yesterday's daily challenge location. Pretty cool spot indeed. We got the clouds, we got the trees, we've got the rocks, we've got everything that is going on. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful, isn't it? I certainly think so. I think this is really nice. It's a pure daily challenge, as I said yesterday, one where it's just the coast. The rocks, the trees, and the coast. And what coast do I think this is? Well, I think that pretty clearly we are looking at the coast of good old Western Australia, just north of Perth, right over here. Make the guess, and the answer was just south of Perth, right over there. 2493. Hopefully some of you guys figured that one out. All right, here we are in today's daily challenge location. What have we got? A big granite slab. I mean, that's it. It's a big granite slab, and it's overlooking this actually really nice area. I mean, just look at this. It's got like a pool of beautiful mountain water over here rushing down, and a beautiful snaking river. You got houses and things like that, farms. I mean, it's just, this is a great looking place, that's for sure. You've got big mountains. I mean, that's pretty wild too. I mean, look at these mountains. They're huge, and you got nice trees and things like that. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. And, of course, it is today's daily challenge, which means it is up to you guys to tell me where in the world you think we are. All you need to do is put your guesses down in the comment section below. Tell me where in the world you think this is. And in tomorrow's video's comment section, I announce the winner, the person that guesses closest. Now, there are no prizes, but there is glory to be won. So if you are interested in becoming today's top GeoGuessr, then tell me, where in the world do you think we are right now? All right, here we are in the main section of today's video, and today we've got a viewer challenge brought to us by none other than our good friend Douglas Rampazzo. That is right, Douglas Rampazzo. Thank you so much for sending in this challenge. This one, it's New Year's, it's a new year, it's 2016. It's time to appreciate what we all have. I mean, I'm trying to segue into this, but it's not really working out very well. This theme is about impoverished locations. So we're going to go visit 5 places around the world where maybe people have it a little bit more rough than we do, right? Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. Maybe, we live in a similar situation. Who knows? But hey, you know what? Thank you so much, Douglas Rampazzo, for sending in this one. If you're interested in creating your own custom challenge, all you need to do is look down into the description below. Find a step-by-step guide on how to create your own custom challenge and how to send it to me. Also, you find a link to this one so you can play along yourself. Just realize, Thanksgiving is really a day to give thanks. Just make a good Thanksgiving Day challenge. But there you go. All right, challenge accepted. We find ourselves in none other than... Oh, is this Brazil? Oh, you know what? I would have... I was really thinking this was going to be La Paz, Bolivia. But okay. You know what? We're in Brazil. That much is pretty clear at this point. Look at this. I mean, you know what? As much as this looks like a very crowded area where, it's very crowded. People live in, small quarters and things like that. It does look like, actually, there is quite a lot of charm to a place like this. I mean, look at that. You got a restaurant. I'm sure that, people are nice and friendly to each other. I'm sure there's a good community here. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm reading this completely wrong. Maybe it is, terrible. But, by the looks of it, this actually does look like quite a nice little place here. I mean, it's got some interesting, topology. Is that the right word? I don't know. I mean, look at it. It's like hills and things like that. Buildings are like stacked on one another and things like that. I mean, it's like that, it sort of reminds me of like that Kowloon walled city. I mean, not quite that bad, but, it's got that kind of feel. I mean, look at this, right? Look at this pole. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? I mean, there's some really nice places in Brazil, that's for sure. But no matter where you go, you always find places like this. So I always say when we go to challenges like this, you find this kind of stuff. No matter what country you are, you find places that are less well off than others. But you get people over here, they're happy to be where they are. Look at that. I mean, there's tons of flags flying. In fact, it was very easy to see where we were. I mean, there's a lot of Brazilian flags just flying everywhere. So, it's very easy to tell where we are. All right, so we've gotten out of the more interesting part and back to, I would say, maybe a more normal thing. We're back on like a highway and stuff like that. And you can see the really dense sort of hill stuff is all, tucked away over here. I mean, that was actually really cool. That was really neat, actually, that neighborhood. I like that place a lot, I mean, just look at that, right? It's beautiful, actually, when you look at it. You know, on top of the hill, just a big hill full of, look at that. I mean, it's just really interesting. I mean, how did this come about to be? Did it get built in little chunks like this? Or it probably just got built all at once, right? And then they've just painted it in blocks like this? Maybe, maybe not. And then you just go in this big tunnel over here. Wow. And there's this, whatever the heck this is. Wow. All right, what do I think this is? I mean, it's really hard for me to say, but I'm going to guess this is somewhere like Sao Paulo, somewhere like, up here or something like that. I don't know. No, it wasn't Rio. Interesting. Actually, not even that far from, actually, this is Copacabana Beach, but not even that far away from, very touristy areas. Interesting. Just in this area right here. I mean, I got to say, though, it did look pretty impressive, actually, this area. Wow. 2593. I guess we were on this road here? What highway did we end up on? This one? I guess. 2593. All right, there you go. Hopefully, well, no, that's not a daily challenge. I'll go to the next one. Hopefully, maybe some of you guys got a little bit better than I did if you were playing along too, but come on, this is a regular challenge. I got 5 locations in a row to go. All right. Marina's Auto Hotel. It's a hotel for cars. Well, I mean, if this is truly an impoverished area, like I was led to believe, I don't really know if a car hotel is going to really be that popular. I mean, maybe the cement factory over there, or what is this wall? There's a lot of barbed wire. They don't want people coming in over here. I mean, this is like tanks of gas or something like that. You don't want people going to steal the gas. What country do I think this is in? Honestly, I don't have any idea. I think we're going to be in South and or Central America again. None of that really helps me. Should I just start assuming Mexico? I feel like maybe. I feel like we very well could be in Mexico. That seems like that would make sense, right? There's gas, there's things like that. Corona, all right, we're getting there. Yeah, I think guessing in Mexico seems to make sense. Yeah, Pemex. All right, yeah, we are indeed in Mexico. This just looks like some sort of highway. It looks like, not that much of an impoverished area as much as, I mean, maybe like down over here. I don't really know. But this looks more like, okay, well, actually, no, this is like a big truck area. Should turn to our location. See, is there like really anything around us? I mean, other than like, this is a place where gas is produced. And there's stuff like that. I don't know if I'd really call this an impoverished area at all. I mean, this is just like, the outskirts of somewhere. I don't really know if anyone really lives around here. I mean, that first one, we're definitely in a neighborhood. A lot of people living together. This one, I mean, like, you get that, but I mean, it's still fine. It's like a house standing alone and stuff like that. Most of the stuff we're seeing around here aren't houses at all. In fact, people aren't crammed in at all. There's a lot of room to live. Maybe too much, but there you go. Maybe there's just nothing to do around a place like this. I mean, it doesn't have the charm of the last place, I'll say that much. But there you go. I mean, there's a motel, this actually looks just fine to me. All right, let's make a guess. We're in Mexico. Where in Mexico are we? Monterrey is where I'm guessing. Somewhere like around here. The answer was no, we were in Tampico. We're always really close to the water, and I never really realized it. 2461. All right, what about this place? Okay, all right. Mountains and stuff, that is interesting. And houses that look like they've been kind of like torn apart a little bit, but still. I mean, this is like, you got to realize, like, look at this. I mean, these are like big places, right? I mean, I'm sure, it's not just one person living in here. Actually, there's a telephone box. Maybe that's going to tell us what country we're in. If I had to make a guess as to what country we're in, I don't know. Maybe like Serbia? Maybe that's wrong, but I don't know. Maybe. I mean, just look at these buildings and stuff. I mean, this is actually really nice. I mean, look at that, right? Just look at everything you can see around. Look at the mountains. They're absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'm not really pointing towards the mountains. I'm actually just trying to look at this sign. Denesi, that doesn't really... But, I mean, look at the landscape you're living in, right? I mean, sure, maybe people around here, they don't make that much money, but I mean, look at the kind of place they can live. I mean, you can live in your own house. A really like ancient one. I mean, geez, like this is the kind of thing that other places in the world, this stuff would be insanely expensive. And maybe it just doesn't cost that much to live around here. Maybe you can just have like a regular old, job. Maybe, work, you work hard, you work long hours and stuff like that. But, you got your own place. Like this is, there's plenty of stuff, very abundant around here. I wouldn't say that this is an impoverished place at all, really. Say this is, it's got to have its downsides too. Everywhere does, right? I wouldn't say these people are living in luxury, and that's for sure. Although, the view they have, well, a little bit. But other than the view, I mean, still, really nice place here. I mean, sure, it's not luxury, but it's got to be fun to live in a place like this. I mean, I don't know. If you live in a place like this, do you feel like you're stuck here, or are you living here because you want to? I bet you're living here because you want to. I bet anyone who lives over here could move to the city if they wanted to, and maybe there's more opportunities there. But I bet you people who live here don't want to do that. So, where are we? Italy. Italy? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, all right. Italy? Slovenia? Let's call it Slovenia then. Italy. All right, it was Italy. Well, there you go. Right over there, 24, 28. I guess, I mean, that goes to show, right, that there, no matter what country you're in, there's always places that are a little bit more impoverished than others, but still, all right, this area here, I don't know where this is going to be. This is, I mean, there's trash, but, hard to tell. If I had to guess where this is right off the bat, I was going to guess Romania, but I don't think we're in Romania at all, or we're somewhere completely different. Oh, could this be like... Could this be like Taiwan? God is love. Interesting. Could this be Taiwan? Maybe. Could this be Japan? No. It can't be Japan. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it is. I think we are in Taiwan. Now, that's interesting. Taiwan, you think of Taiwan as, a place that is, very wealthy, right? I mean, you do at least now. I mean, maybe, 50 years ago that wasn't the case. But I think you do now when you think of Taiwan. You got Taipei, beautiful futuristic city, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I guess it is relatively big, right? It's a pretty big island, I mean, you compare it to something like a Singapore. It's not the same thing. I mean, Taiwan is way bigger. I mean, same thing. You compare it to Hong Kong, Taiwan is a lot bigger. I do indeed think we are on... I do indeed think this is Taiwan, right? Or is this Korea? I've been really not... No, okay, it's not Korea. I was really hoping I was just... I couldn't make that mistake by just not paying enough attention and having this be Korea. Because that would just be really embarrassing if it was. Although I have done that mistake before. No. That is not Korean. I'm just convincing myself, okay? I need to do that too sometimes. I need to convince myself that this is not Korean. Oh, jeez. What do we have here? Hold on. There's something interesting back there. What do we have here? Who's this? I'm always interested when I see a big sign like this with a person's face. I always think, oh boy, where are we now? But I'm going to go say this is Taiwan. Why not? Oh, it is Taiwan, but it's that weird part of Taiwan no one ever remembers is part of Taiwan. Interesting. Because this is actually part of Taiwan. It's not part of mainland China. Or it's not part of China at all, really. That's right. Everyone forget. I always forget about that part too. 26, 29. All right. Interesting. And what about... I mean... What is this? Brooklyn? All right, sure. That's a straight, more and more as we've gone on in this challenge, I've been thinking that the theme of this challenge is a little bit interesting. I mean, fuck, where are we? Like Brooklyn now? All right, you know, like, sure. You know, how much does it cost to live in this building over here? Like $3,000 a month rent. Look at that. Like designer stores and stuff like that, you know. What year do we think it is where like this counts as an impoverished neighborhood? You know, is this like 1975? Is 75, is that even early enough? Maybe. But I mean, look at this. This is trendy as shit. I'd like to live in I'd live in a place like this. Would I? I don't know where. I don't really know where this is. I gotta have a little bit more Washington Liquors. Okay, maybe I wouldn't live in a place like this. I'm not. Okay. Are we in Greater DC? I mean, if this is, you know, if this is Greater DC, I mean, I don't know if we've necessarily chosen the right spot here. Yeah, because this is not Brooklyn at all, is it? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily live here. I probably would live in Brooklyn though. It'd be kind of fun. I'd like it. I mean, I'd rather live, you know. Yeah, I'd live in New York City. Why not? I mean, you know, that'd be a lot of fun. Would I live in Washington D.C.? Probably not. No, I don't know. I probably wouldn't move here if I had to think about it. If this is where I think it is now. But like this is still a really trendy and nice neighborhood. Hoboken. Oh, is this indeed? I really don't know where we are. It said Washington Wines, and then it sort of said Hoboken, and oh yeah, New York license plate. So we are in New York. Okay. So would I live here? I'm still conflicted. I think I would live here. Now, again, I would live here. 14th. All right, 14th. Let's zoom in. We're just straight up in Brooklyn, somewhere like around here. Is this where the streets are numbered? First, boy. 9th. Well, screw it. Right over here. That's where we are. The answer was, oh, we were in Hoboken. Oh, Hoboken, New Jersey. Of course. I always forget that. That's right. Hoboken, New Jersey. Would I live there? Well, maybe. Isn't it like really difficult to get from here to there? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Would I live there? I'd probably live here though. I feel like I'd have a lot of fun living here. I don't know about there. I have to go. Maybe I'll go visit a little bit more. But still, actually, it's pretty nice. 5966. All right. So, impoverished areas. Some. Well, I don't know. Some I don't know if they necessarily are impoverished. This one over here, Sao Paulo, probably. No, sorry, not Sao Paulo. Rio, probably somewhat impoverished, but actually a really nice place with a lot of personality. Then we went to, where did we go next? We went to Mexico. I don't know if anyone really lived there. This looks like an industrial area, so not really convinced. You know. Then we went to Italy. It was a beautiful place. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone living there is living there by choice. You know, you don't live there because you have to. You live there because you want to live in the beautiful mountains and stuff. So I don't know about that one again. So we went to this island in Taiwan. You know. Sure, maybe it's not the same thing as the, you know, glowing metropolis that is Taipei, but still actually pretty nice, I've got to say. And then we went to none other than Hoboken, New Jersey. It's right beside Manhattan. You've got to have a really nice view if you actually get over to here, which I somehow managed to not do. Wow. Jeez Louise, there you go, 16,077. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I know I certainly have. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.
Aw, yeah. Cue the royalty-free music. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, everybody. Get on your feet. Stand up, look at the screen, and repeat. I'm gonna like, rate, comment, and subscribe. I love watching Ather vids all of the time. Thanks for dropping by and spending the time. Hope you've enjoyed, and let's get on with our lives. Oh, yeah. Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for these awesome beats. Woo, yeah. Have a good one.